Ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. Elon Musk is buying Twitter this Friday. And I try to tell people that Donald Trump will eventually come back, and I think people just yawn and they're like, oh, no, we don't think so. It's probably never going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, so many things are going to take place within the next month. There's going to be an entire paradigm shift. You will have Trump Republicans in the House, Trump Republicans in the Senate, and not only do you have Elon Musk buying Twitter, but the most important social media platform for Democrats will be wrestled away from them. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very, very much for tuning in. Indy, hello. Eric, hello. WC, hello. Everybody here, hello. Thank you so very much. And let's get started. We have a lot to talk about. To my super chat, I cannot do this without you, ladies and gentlemen. Sam, hello. So let's first talk about, we can go and really quickly talk about, again, to my super chat, I cannot do this without you. If you want to support these live streams, your super chat support is greatly appreciated. Senator Bob Menendez is under federal investigation in New York. Now, criminal investigation. The interesting thing here is that when a Democrat is under investigation as many times as Bob Menendez, that's because he's gotten away with things. When Trump is under investigation, they're desperately trying to find some kind of crime, okay? When Bob Menendez is under investigation again, it's like, okay, he's simply not able to circumvent legal action anymore. Albert, hello. So that's the thing with Bob Menendez. He's just not able to circumvent. He's probably committed so many crimes that he can't really get away from these investigations. An advisor said Menendez, a Democrat, is aware of an investigation but does not know the scope of the investigation. Senator Bob Menendez, New Jersey, is under federal criminal investigation by the U.S. Attorney's Office in Manhattan, according to two people. Senator Menendez is aware of the investigation that was reported on today. However, he does not know the scope of the investigation. As always, should any inquiry... So, let's see. This is like a very sordid, bizarre saga with Senator Menendez. So he was implicated in crimes dealing with campaign finance violations or accepting gifts. But here, I'll just read this to you. Menendez, chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, was indicted in 2015 of federal corruption charges of illegally accepting favors from a Florida eye doctor, including flights on a private jet to stay at a resort in the Dominican Republic, 3 nights at a 5-star hotel in Paris, and more than $700,000 in political contributions from Menendez, as well as the Democratic Party. So, the case ended in a mistrial, of course, after jurors were unable to reach a unanimous verdict. Several jurors later told reporters that they believed the government's evidence was not convincing. So, federal prosecutors decided in 2018 not to retry the senator. So, basically, it's yet another criminal investigation saga with Senator Menendez. He almost certainly committed crimes, but he's a Democrat. So, you're not going to get... You will not hear about this in the Washington Post, the New York Times. This will not be a big story. If Ted Cruz was under investigation, they'll make things up about Matt Gaetz and Jim Jordan. They'll just straight up make things up about them. But this is a legitimate federal investigation. Money trail. See, with Democrats, you actually have a money trail. You actually have, like, criminal activity and a money trail. But let's get to Elon Musk. So, Carrie Sink into Twitter. So, it's kind of funny. It's not funny that, like, people are going to lose their job, but at the same time, you had a relatively small number of people. You did have thousands of people just stifling discussion in this country. We couldn't talk about things because Twitter was... we couldn't talk about things because Twitter prevented discussion, dialogue, discourse, debate. Elon Musk carried a sink into Twitter on Wednesday as deal nears close. Billionaire Elon Musk visited Twitter's headquarters in San Francisco on Wednesday. The visit came a few days after Musk's deadline to complete the acquisition. So a judge gave Musk until Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern to complete the deal. This Friday, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's just like, it's like nobody really sees. There doesn't seem to be an understanding that American politics will change completely in about 3 weeks. I don't think there's this. I don't think people really understand that or realize that. I don't think people get that. There's been such like negativity and this belief that no, nothing's ever going to happen. And I don't think, if you're going to have a House that will impeach Biden, you will have a House of Representatives that will impeach Biden. And, I mean, you'll have a House that will impeach Biden. You have a Senate that will investigate Biden and a whole bunch of Hunter and a whole bunch of other issues that aren't being investigated. Robbie, hello. You have so many things taking place, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know if people truly get the paradigm shift that's going to take place. I don't think so. There's this belief among a great many supporters of President Trump that, well, the system's stacked against us, and there's no justice, and, the Durham probe didn't work out, and, all of media is against us, and it's like, that's going to all change. Within 2 weeks, that will all change. Democrats will be on the defensive within 2 weeks. Okay, within 2 weeks, that will all change. All of it will change. All of it. You're going to have Trump Republicans take over the House. They will impeach Joe on crimes associated with Hunter. Like, not just an ellipsis and not just like a transcript of a phone conversation. It will be in actual, like, criminal activity. They're going to, just like Senator Menendez in New Jersey. So you had emails showing clear violations of the law. Okay? Tammy, hello. You had emails showing clear violations of the law. And it's not difficult to put two and two together. It really isn't. It isn't difficult at all. It's not difficult to put two and two together, but you need some political will. You'll finally have that. Trump pretty much single-handedly remade the Republican Party. Liz Cheney lost by 40 points, and that's without Twitter. That's without social media algorithms. Democrats have had a stranglehold on social media algorithms, a virtual monopoly on media narrative. That's all going to change, okay? Once you have Elon Musk opening up Twitter to pretty much everybody, okay? So everyone that, absolutely, Peter, absolutely, it will happen. It will absolutely happen. All of this change will happen because we didn't have any political backing. Donald Trump had no political backing. He had Paul Ryan, and then he had Nancy Pelosi. He had Jeff Sessions, and he had Jeff Sessions, who's the worst attorney general of all time. Then there was this insane message board nonsense, this hoax that I told everybody was absurd to begin with. And that you should never listen to message boards on anything. But nobody like there's always this mentality that, oh, well, nothing's ever going to change, nothing's ever going to happen. And it's like, if you're in a swing state, you better vote. Okay? It's different if you're in like New York or California, you should still vote, but you better vote. Okay? Nevada, Laxalt will win Nevada. Exactly. That message board hoax was almost certainly the work of a Democratic operative. But Laxalt wins Nevada. You don't even need Pennsylvania. But Pennsylvania, we're not going to find out that night. And Georgia, we're not going to find out that night. But we can rest assured Oz and Walker will be up. Then we have to deal with perhaps a week or 2 weeks of finding out who wins those states. Nonetheless, if you have Arizona and if you have Nevada, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you will have flipped 2 states already. So, I mean, this is going to be huge. That's why I say, ladies and gentlemen, watch this channel. There are so many great channels. There's Black Conservative Perspective. There's Black Conservative Patriot. There's Sticks. There's Sticks, X, and Hammer. There's Tim Pool. There's Steven Crowder. There's Mark Dice. There's Anthony Bryan Logan. There's a lot of great channels. There's a lot of great channels. Liberal Hive Mind. Lionel Nation. So there's a lot of HB, Hard B, different. I'm just saying, I'm not saying the last word, but he's amazing. HB is amazing. And HB Hard News Network, that's right. That's right. So there's so many, get excited every single day because the pendulum is already going to swing. You have to understand something. It has taken Trump from 2016 because he did not have the support that he's going to have in 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks. He didn't have the support that he's going to have in 2 weeks. Okay? In 2 weeks, Donald Trump will have more support than he's ever had. And that's not hyperbole. That's not... he will have more political support because you will have actual Trump Republicans. You have people who like Trump, who want to defend Trump, who care about the same issues that he cares about. I mean, you'll have Carrie Lake, you'll have Blake Masters, you'll have Laxalt, you'll have Herschel Walker, Oz. But mainly you'll have Jim Jordan and James Comer in the House Oversight Committee. And you'll have impeachment of Joe, and it's all going to be from Hunter's business deals. And you have everybody from Ron Johnson to Iowa's senator to you have so many people that have been not publicized. I mean, there's an article here and there about them. And they've been focused on finding out how Hunter made all that money and possibly funneling that money to Joe while he was vice president. I mean, you will have all of this. Every single day, there will be something that puts the Democratic Party on the defensive. I mean, from the political, when you look at this from just a political viewpoint, okay, not just, hopefully the future of the country takes a turn for the better, okay, I think it will. To my super chat, thank you again. I cannot do this without you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's there's this malaise almost. I didn't expect this. Very bizarre. It's like we're going into the most historic midterms. We're going into Chuck Grassley. That's right, Chuck Grassley. Law 2258. Thank you to people, the members of this channel. Thank you so much. Indy Joy. We're going into, ladies and gentlemen, a world where Twitter will allow people. Keith, hello. I'll let that sink in. That's right. He brings the sink in. Twitter is no longer going to be an extension of the Democratic Party. I mean, what he should do next is just buy the Washington Post. That would be I don't know, but Bezos wouldn't sell it. He needs to buy the Wall Street Journal. That would be fantastic. If he bought the Wall Street Journal, and if he bought, I mean, he's buying Twitter. If he bought the Wall Street Journal, he would be like the most powerful political force in the world. I mean, already look, Elon Musk controlling Twitter is just allowing people to speak. The thing with Democrats is that when they had control of Twitter, okay, it was when they had control of Twitter, it was a way for them to silence any critique of Trump. I mean, of their political party. That's all it was. That's all it was. It was a way for them to silence Jigsaw, hello. Startle Mouse, hello. When they had control of Twitter, it was a way for them to silence any political critique. So anything they didn't like, anybody they didn't like, anyone who was effective in refuting their narrative, or refuting, or offering a rebuttal, or offering dissent, a different opinion, they then just silenced. So, I mean, they're not going to have that anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think, I think that it's not just many viewers on this channel. I think that there are a great many people, supporters of President Trump throughout the country, who don't even believe that Republicans will take the House and Senate. Because it's like too amazing. Something's going to happen. And no, they will. There's really nothing that can stop the red wave. There is nothing. I mean, you have I'm hoping silent confidence would be amazing. You have a situation where this is the best, aside from 2016, in November of 2016, there will be two moments in modern U.S. history that will be two of the most powerful, amazing moments that we've seen in a long time. One is November of 2016, okay? The other one is November of 2022. It took 6 years, ladies and gentlemen, and they threw everything, including the kitchen sink, no pun intended. They threw everything at Trump. It did not work. It did not work. They threw everything they could at Trump. Every single thing they could. It didn't work. And I think they will also. Indy Joy, I think they will also. But here, let's read this. Billionaire Elon Musk visited Twitter's headquarters in San Francisco on Wednesday. The visit came a few days before Musk's timeline to complete his acquisition of the company, or else face new trial dates. A judge gave Musk until 5 p.m. Eastern Time to complete the deal after the postponed original trial dates. So, you have, ladies and gentlemen, you have Elon Musk purchasing Twitter, okay, Friday. Then you have next, about a week and a half from now. So what, about 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks from now, you have the House and the Senate going. They can prolong the inevitable all they like. At the end of the day, Democrats are not going to keep the Senate with a recession and inflation at 8 to 9%, and real wages down 8.5%, and retirement savings down 25%. It ain't going to happen. And you had the worst debate performance of all time that the Philadelphia Inquirer says, well, a Fetterman won. I mean, you have to understand something. This is there is no journalism left. Basically, no journalism left in America, okay? It's one political side versus Trump. That's it. It's Democrats and almost everybody in media, almost everybody in technology versus Trump. And we saw Trump's economy, and we see the Democratic Party's economy. And we see their foreign policy. We saw Trump's foreign policy. Okay? So, but vote. If you are in a swing state, vote. It's very important. It is very important, ladies and gentlemen, that you vote. Because this is going to be a momentous, historic occasion. And I will have numerous live streams. You have to also look at the trend is important. So momentum is important. And momentum has been for a long time shifting towards the Republican Party. And now it's Trump Republican. Remember that. It's Trump Republican. It's not Paul Ryan Republican. It's not Liz Cheney Republican. It's Trump Republican. So, that'll be very important. That'll be like, a huge paradigm shift. So, let's see here. Blake Masters. This is the problem with media, and it's gonna be a rude awakening. Remember Rick Rude, one of the great wrestlers of all time? Watch Trump instruct Senate candidate how to lie. It's like, no, people don't care about that. Only Democrats care about it. Nobody else cares about that. Nobody. They care about inflation, crime, immigration. Jeff Porter, my man. Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Greatly appreciated, sir. Thank you, Jeff Porter. Greatly appreciated. To my super chat, I cannot do this without you. Thank you, Jeff. Greatly appreciated. Jeff Porter, thank you. But it's like look at Blake Masters. Look at Blake Masters and Oz, especially Blake Masters, because Kelly, the Democratic senator, he could communicate. So, Blake Masters didn't have the political luxury of going up against somebody who couldn't actually speak. Okay, Mark Kelly's like an astronaut, and but he votes alongside Biden, so it's like, I don't understand how Democrats, if they didn't have every conceivable possible advantage, there's no way they'd even be competitive. There's no way they'd be competitive. Ravishing Rick Rude, that's right, WC. Jeff Porter, thank you again. Thank you, Jeff. Greatly appreciated. So, and then you have the Washington Post. A far-right skeptic may soon have the state's worth of Senate. It's like, again, nobody cares about your sensibilities. Their sensibilities run everything. That's why they make a big deal about Herschel Walker flashing the badge. It was an honorary badge that was given to him by a sheriff. What is so difficult for Democrats and media to understand, my God almighty? What is so difficult about that? They're like, oh, he has a badge. It's a prop. It's a fake badge. It's an honorary badge because he supports law enforcement, unlike Democrats. My God, how difficult is that to understand? Tron Beetle, hello. Jeff Porter, thank you again. Thank you, Jeff. Kelly Masters tied in progressive poll. This is like when you have Blake Masters, okay, who was down by like 12 points a couple months back. He was down like an average of 8 or 9 points. I remember looking at RCP and he might still be down. Laxalt is up more than 0.5%, but it's always like you have all these polls that prop up Democrats, and so then you get... I don't even know how Democrats are competitive. I swear to God, I don't even know. I don't get it. They owe Jimmy Kimmel like, you know, a million. Like he has hundreds of millions probably, but they owe Jimmy Kimmel like, you know, millions of dollars. Actually, probably tens of millions, just in terms of campaign. Like, if you're running a political ad, how much money, how much free money in political advertising do you think Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert gave the Democratic Party? That's why, like, there has to be a campaign finance violation. There just has to be. It's unbelievable. But here, I was going to say, let's see. Blake Masters, RCP poll. See, this used to be Kelly plus 8. Not long ago, the average here was like 7 or what, or like 6 or 7 up. Now it's a tie, Kelly plus 1. But if Kelly's plus 1, then if it's Kelly plus 1, then you look like Blake Masters is doing a lot better. A lot better than anyone thinks. And the interesting thing is, it was such a train wreck, okay? You have to type in, like, Fetterman-Oz debate disaster, and then you get, like, some articles from Axios and Newsweek. But if you just type in Fetterman-Oz debate, you don't get any, like, The Atlantic, what the Fetterman-Oz debate revealed. Let's read this nonsense. The Democratic nominee for Senate has no choice but to bet on Pennsylvania voters identifying with his struggles instead of viewing them as disqualifying. What? How do they always do this? If this was a Republican, oh my God. Can you imagine how vicious they would be if Trump communicated like Fetterman? Can you imagine how vicious they'd be? They would be so vicious. It would be unbelievable. They would be so vicious and vile, and they would never give Trump, like, even a moment. Like, the thing with Trump, they don't like his personality, but there's something more than, because they liked his personality when he wasn't a threat politically, okay? The thing with Trump is that he defeated them. So that's like a cardinal sin, okay? That's like a cardinal sin. He defeated them, so he is like the greatest adversary they've ever had. If they don't have all of media against Trump, it's like, pfft. If they don't have all of media, they don't stand a chance. That's like they need all of media against Trump. If they don't have all of media, I mean, look, you have Masters Masters was down 7, 8 points not long ago. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. It was down 7, 8 points not long ago. And now he's tied. Oz was down by 8, 9 points. Now he's tied and up. Carrie Lake was down, and now she's up. Ron Johnson was tied. Now he's up. Laxalt, I believe, was down for a second, and then he's been up consistently. So, ladies and gentlemen, definitely be here every single day, people. I'll have at least 2 live streams a day. So this is my second live stream. Be here every day from here on out until November 8th and beyond. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, November 8th will be a huge paradigm shift in American politics. We waited 6 years for this. It's almost, let me tell you, this will be, in a way, just as important, possibly even more important for the future of the country than Trump in November of 2016. Okay? It'll be extremely important. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very, very much. Jeff Porter, thank you so much. To my super chat, I cannot thank you enough. Jeff, thank you so very much. Definitely be here, Jeff, November 8th. Everyone here, please go ahead. Have a wonderful evening. Be here on November 8th. I will see you. Joel Valdez! I'll see you tomorrow, Joel. Have a great evening, everybody. Thanks so very much. I'll see you soon. Be here tomorrow. I'll have some uploads in the